Hey, it's Mr. Rockhart, everything. I'm in the lab. Of course, you know, I got to do that work. Just finished this shirt here, but I'm out here anyway with my work glass. I think I might wear these, kind of look professional. But go check out the videos, y'all. For the people trying to get this thing really popping. Got the heat press going over here. I got to finish up the stuff. Got these popping. Come check it out. For the people, we always out here. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Come check your boy out. We out. Bye. Hey, guys and girls. Here we are again for the people. I'm trying not to run these ragged ass bumps in St. Louis. For the people. Episode 7 is where we at right now, right? So, okay. The title of this is going to be The Future. And what I mean by the future is, how are we going to make this change? How are we going to make this transition from being in the state that we are right now, you know, and still kind of being at the bottom, not really, you know, making the strides that we should be making as a people, as a whole, financially, everything, right? So I end up having this discussion probably over the last couple of days. So apparently I should be talking about it, right? So it's a couple of opinions that I've heard on what people say that we should do to make these changes for ourselves. And ironically, I end up, I don't know, man, Google is good and Google is bad, but at any rate, they had a video I saw said, why do black people prefer to look like they're wealthy versus be wealthy? So it just kind of all played into my thing. So luckily Google heard that and they put it on there because it was kind of interesting to hear what some of the people were saying. But basically what it comes down to me is we are worried about the wrong things. So what I mean by that is we're worried about the wrong things. We're worried about Jordans, flashy cars, you know, crazy hairdos, jewelry, you know, all of the stuff that's mainly built and really put out here for other people to see, not necessarily even for yourself, because not to say some people don't buy something because they feel like they deserve it, and most people are working people and they do deserve it for that matter. But just because you necessarily deserve it doesn't mean it's worthy of having. Like one of the things that they said in there was, you can take somebody, a person of another culture that makes, that makes, you know, $125,000 a year on average. That, you know, guy drives a person drives a, you know, some pickup truck. You know, it could be Ford F-150 Lariat, it could be Dodge Ram 1500, whatever. So basically the price of their car ends up being, you know, roughly $40,000, $35,000. Where a person that makes $50,000 spends $40,000 to $50,000 for Mercedes. And again, that's one of those things, because you feel like you have to have this best thing. And I totally agree with the whole deal about we so busy trying to show people what we have but don't really have, because you can lose it at any minute. All you got to do is get hurt on a job, or more importantly, get hurt doing some social activity that you like to do, and you know, you'll lose it. You'll be a month or two behind. You'll end up losing it. Just like another thing that they said on there is the average person, if they needed to make an emergency repair on a vehicle, the average person can't make a emergency repair on a vehicle, which means, you know, you got a $300 or $400 repair that needs to be done. Most people can't even get it done right now. You know, so And I mean, and that's true in a lot of cases. Like, I've seen it, time and time again, that's what the case may be. I know even for myself, probably, I know even for myself, probably a couple years ago, I had a problem, a huge problem. For those guys who know me, y'all already know what it is, but I ended up having a huge problem. And if I needed to make a, $400 repair myself at that time, I couldn't do it. So, but that was during that time, I had a bunch of extra expenses. I mean, it was crazy. That's a whole nother topic. We might talk about that too. As a matter of fact, we're going to talk about it. Not today, but we're going to talk about it and bring that up. But, so you're not able to, make those type of repairs. But we're not going to ever be in a place where, the masses, and I'm not talking about everybody's situation is different. We're not going to ever be in a place where the masses are cool, because we still haven't learned to keep that 95 plus percentile of our money in our pockets. You gotta spend it. I mean, everybody's at the barbershop, so the barbershop don't cost that much money, but guys at the barbershop, every week, when it's not necessarily what you should be doing. Because I know for myself, and I do a barter deal with my barber. I train him, so part of the money that he pays me is in the training. Of course, I get my haircut today, so. But it costs me, but it don't cost me, because we do like a barter pay type of thing. So it costs me, but it don't cost me. But also, for the people that know me, I don't get my haircut every week either. If I feel like it, I go over there and I get a cut. And if I don't get a cut. I'm going to make sure that I take care of my business and things that I need to do, especially if I'm tired. A lot of times that's really what it is. I'm not going to go and get it done. It's not that important. But like, I have liners by the house. So, I mean, if I need to line up my face or whatever, then I do it. Liners, I think they cost me $50. I done had them for over 10 years, probably longer than that. The same liners. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't go out and invest that type of money. I don't go out and buy anything that I don't necessarily need. And that is the difference between anything else. I would rather take my money and go on vacation than to run around here and say I got some Jordans or some Mecks or some Trues or some Robins or whatever. No way on God's earth would I do that. But excuse me, when I was a lot younger, however, I used to do a whole lot. I mean, I wasn't this nice guy that I am right now, so I used to do a whole lot of things that I wasn't really supposed to do. And I had a whole bunch of money, so I could go and do things that the average person couldn't do. So, that's a whole nother thing in itself. But, when I was younger, of course I did that. But as a whole, if we don't have people that's working progressively to teach us these other things that we could be doing with our money and investing money and saving money as a whole, you're not gonna never get nowhere. So as far as our financial situation, until we start saving our money and investing our money before we start spending it, you're not gonna have nothing. Now that's something that's not gonna change. I don't think in my lifetime. I don't even think in my children's lifetime, or maybe even in my grandchildren's lifetime, is that gonna change. I do know, however, I believe that the problem as a whole for finances, for equality, for justice, and everything else that oppresses us as a people is solely wrapped around how we raise and how we deal with our children. All right. Now, what I mean by that is we want our children to play all these sports, basketball, football, baseball. We allow them to play video games all day, all night, twice on Sunday, these electronics, and we're not teaching them the basic things that they need, to be a positive force in this world that we live in today. Okay, so I look back, and like I said, I've been speaking about this a couple of days with a couple of people, and if you look at other cultures, they are forcing their children to go into fields that they know that they're going to be okay. Like, for example, I know when I was coming up, I ended up going to Parkway, even though I lived in a Greaterville neighborhood at that time. And anybody, comment on here if you know what a Greaterville neighborhood is. That'd be funny to figure out how many people know that. But when I was down there, you know, another girl went to Parkway also, and she ended up getting into a relationship with a white guy. They ended up being real cool. They had 3 children, you know, and it was great. Unfortunately, however, his family didn't like that. So they ended up giving him an ultimatum for him to just basically, you know, give her up. Not necessarily the children. I'm not clear on that, so I'm not going to say that. But if nothing else, to give the girl up because she's black. So he decided not to do it, which I applaud him 100% for that. And let me tell you what happened. Right? Them 3 cars that he had, he took that shit. Credit cards that he had, took that shit. So basically what I'm saying, and I'm not even necessarily mad about that. I'm not making a mention about it like that as a negative thing. I'm only putting it as in other cultures. If the parents are financing everything, you're going to do what they say or they're going to cut that money off. So this is not a black thing, white thing, racist thing, or none of that bullshit. I'm just telling you something that I know of personally. You know, how other cultures deal with and mold a lot of their own children. So in order for him to, you know, get that money and get some cars back, that's what he would have to do. And actually, believe it or not, eventually that's what he did. You know what I mean? I mean, he stayed in the hood and he struggled and caught the bus and worked the job. I mean, I salute him. I mean, dude, soldier. I mean, it was great. I mean, it was great. I applaud him by all means necessary. I swear to God I do. Because, I mean, it had to be hard from going from having everything to having nothing and being at the bottom. I mean, it was crazy. I applaud him, all right? But my point for that story for you is that's what he had to do, you feel me, in order to, you know, have the stuff that he's been having. Like, there's doctors and lawyers and, you know, all different types of people out here that they tell their children, like, hey, you're going to medical school. You're going to school to be a doctor. You know, hey, I got this lawn cut service. That's what you're finna do. You don't want to do it, I'm cutting your money out and I'm putting you out. You feel me? And they mean it. And I used to, for a long time, I kind of thought that shit was kind of cruel for that, right? But at the same time, I also felt like it saves the credibility and the financial status of, you know, the company and the family. You feel me? Like, if you look at the politicians, you know what I mean, out cheering around shit, you know, the sons and daughters follow. They follow in their track. You know what I mean? So, if nothing else, you have history of generations of people that have been learning, because most people are products of their environment, so what's in front of you is what you tend to pick up and learn, all right? So they end up learning the things inadvertently because their mom or dad or whomever the, you know, person in front of them was, they're picking up on those things because, you know, it's happening around them, all right? So we, as a people, black people in particular is what I'm talking about right now, because we're all people. That's what this For the People is about. We're all for the people, all right? Every color, every genre, everything is for the people. But I'm speaking right now, the part of for the people that are African American or black or more, whatever you want to, you know, call yourself. We need to start implementing some of that same thing. So you need to stop allowing your kids and teaching your kids how to play sports, because very few people go to the NBA or what have you anyway. Very few. You know, and a lot of those guys do good with their money, but they don't do as good as I think that they could do. And that's a whole nother story, and that'll be another episode also. But you know, your kid plays sports all these years. All these years, that's all he knows is playing sports. And then he has to go get a job, or she, for that matter, because girls are playing now too, have to go get a job making $12, $13, $14 an hour when they should have been mastering another trade that would have gotten them a lot more money. You know what I'm saying? As they were adults, if you would have been kind of grooming them and leading them in that way when they were younger, just like you let them in that sports bullshit and took them over there, made them play and everything else that, you know, you do. So, my theory is, and of course, I want to hear you guys' feedback on this, but my theory is, damn it, I did that trouble. My theory is, we, the black part of the we the people, need to start raising politicians, attorneys, congressmen, doctors, lawyers. Those are the ones that we need to be raising. If you're trying to look for change, change is going to come in the form of being able to change laws. So if what you're producing from your offspring is anything other than one of those, unfortunately, it's not going to help us as a whole, because we have laws that hold us back from doing the things that we need to do. And it's other things too, but I'm just speaking about that, you know, part of the future. Maybe the next parts of it will be, you know, for the people, future part 2. But we have to stop raising our children or allowing our children to be puppets of TV, puppets of music, you know, and allowing them to play sports and stuff like that, and not teaching them how to be the ones that's going to change the laws that's going to potentially affect them as they get older. Potentially affect them as they get older. Because here's the thing. What if that officer pulls your son or your daughter over, and because for whatever reason, you know, and I watch a lot of this, you know, cop watch type of things, and they keep saying this furtive movement. And for those of you who don't know what that is, pull it up. I say it's bullshit. They call it furtive movement. And that's basically making any movement that they may not potentially like is suspicious. And that's what they say when they shoot you 17 times. All right? So your child or your daughter, your son or your daughter might be the one that gets that furtive movement for that cop. Okay? And then that cop shoots them. And more importantly with the shooting, kills them, because some people get shot and don't die. But they shoot them and they kill them for furtive movement. And you over crying your heart out because this cop, whether he was black or white, racist or stupid, whichever the case may be, killed your child. Okay? It happens. And that's another thing, like I said, we need to change laws so we can affect the way that the police do their thing. Okay, so if they take him to trial, because 9 times out of 10 they don't, but if they take him to trial and he go through it, like if you watch mine, I think that's episode 5, talking about a bunch of the different things to police accountability. Please go check that out. Oh, like, share, subscribe, comment. But you know, Stockley was no problem. When the video stated clearly that he was going to kill that man, he pulled out an unlawful weapon. It did belong to him, but it wasn't authorized by the police department. Just took it out, they chased the man and they killed him. Then they let him go. So think about this in this way, guys. If that type of thing happens to your son, daughter, brother, uncle, father, mother, are you going to be cool with it? Now I'm going to go ahead and answer that right now. Hell no, you're not going to be cool. But we keep going through those type of things right now because we're not getting laws changed. So until we start getting more people into politics, and I mean real politics, and I know people finna say, oh, well, we got black people in all capacities and blah, 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 blah. We do. That's very true. 100% without a doubt, that's true. But unfortunately, a lot of those are just like the people that have been in there already. A lot of those are crooks too. So that's what I'm saying. If we're raising, you know, the politicians and lawyers and stuff like that from little kids, they'll be morally responsible before they get up there and get on that power surge. You understand what I'm talking about? So that's the difference in, for me, voting somebody in that is a person of color and raising somebody that is a person of color. You know, so I'm gonna cut this video short right at 20 minutes. For the people, the future is the name of the episode, volume 7, or episode 7 rather. Please like, share, subscribe, y'all. Come on, let's go. Oh, and comment. I want some comments on this, y'all. All right, let's get it. We out. Bye. Hey, what's up, guys, gals? Hey, I want to let y'all know I really appreciate y'all. I'm starting to get some views, starting to get some likes on these videos, starting to pick up some subscribers. I want to let y'all know I love each and every one of y'all. I appreciate all y'all help, all of y'all love, all the support. And remember, this is for the people. You know, I want to try to educate as many people as I possibly can. And I would love for you guys to continue to share, subscribe, and support this movement. I love y'all. Let's go.
Already know.